Well, hello. Thank you so much for joining Solais Tarot. I'm very excited. We're looking at what we've got going on right now so far in your life and seeing where are we going to go with this. All right, so we've got pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. All right, I'll leave you to it for a couple and we'll get back and see what's going on. All right. Hello, pile number 1. Thank you again so much for joining. This is the card you chose. We're looking at Divine Guidance Stars. What a great card to have, especially in December. Right now, that is a lot of holiday spirit and guidance needed, to be honest with you. A lot of reflection time, right, on what's happened throughout the year, what have we accomplished, and so on. And how are we going to take care of family and friends for the holiday season? So let's see what else we've got going on. Oh, there you go. So we've got motivation and also emotions. And like I was saying right now, right, there's a lot of emotions happening in your life, especially Christmas gatherings, being a time of giving. So you're thinking about what you're going to be presenting to others, giving to others, and seeing if they actually like it and if they're happy with what they're getting. I also see with the emotions card here that it also could be also not just emotions, but I see it as traveling too and seeing more clarity, okay, with your emotions. We see here never giving up, okay? And sometimes with our emotions, we give up very quickly because it's normal to do that, right? You don't want to get hurt. You don't want other people to see you vulnerable. And I feel like this is what it's saying right now, is just to take time to kind of acknowledge the divine guidance, what is out there, reflection, seeing what motivates you right now, okay? And work with those emotions to actually make you feel better about yourself and where you're going. And I feel like this is where right now your head space is like saying how you're going to be able to be in this holiday spirit and being into these emotions with other people and being motivating enough to be able to be around them, right? Or be around people that you haven't seen in a long time. Maybe you don't get along with all your family members, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So pile number 1, I feel like that there's a lot of stuff happening with you right now, especially emotionally, and we're going to get to the bottom of this. All right, so we've got the Emperor, we've got the 4 of Pentacles, and we've got the 5 of Wands. So I feel like what I was discussing earlier about the emotions that you may be feeling with, maybe there is some people that you don't really get along with, maybe even at work or family that are coming over, or you're feeling that, you know, that this is stressful situation for you, stressful time in your life right now, and that you really, really need that guidance in order to get you somewhere, okay? That you have to be strong, you have to feel connected, you have to feel that you have to be somebody else in your life right now in order to make it work with other people. That possibility of holding on to things as well from the past. You've been given a lot of thought and a lot of energy into something that's happened in the past, and maybe you need to move along. So you need to be able to let go of certain things happening in your lives. So, okay, so we've got the 3. I'm going to add this one over here. We've got the 3 of Swords in reverse. We've got the King of Swords. And we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So obviously, like, I feel like that you're going to be contemplating of whatever situation, feeling strong about the situation, feeling that there's nothing anybody can do to you to harm you anymore. You're also a very hard-headed person, individual. I'm sorry to say that. Okay, and if you at this point in time you want to turn me off, that's fine, but I'm going to tell you the real stuff, okay? And I feel like that you have a hard decision also to make, and sometimes you get stuck the way you think and the way you do things, and you can't move forward. But I feel like this is the time now that you're actually saying, yes, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be moving forward, I'm going to take the initiative. changing the way I see things, being more cooperative with other people, and seeing their emotions is valued just as much as mine. I feel like for some of you, it also could be a lot of depression time right now, and feeling a sense of not worthy. And now it's the time that we're kind of trying to overcome that. These are my brand new cards, by the way, and they're very cute. Love them already. So let's see what we've got with them. So we've got the Two of Wands. We've got the King of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this could also be, for some of you, it could also be not just only balancing, but I feel like a new direction. Being influenced by other people to do what's right. Maybe even seeing yourself as being more generous. I feel like that with the Four of Pentacles, again, we've got both here. All right. You're kind of also trying to save money. So in one way, you're trying to be generous about what you are putting out, but and also in another point of view is like trying to save your bucks too. So there's also movement, slight movement with the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, but it's also not being really fast. For some of you, maybe you were expecting something along the lines of being rewarded for your efforts throughout the year with a good bonus or something like that, and it just hasn't come about what you thought you were going to get in return, and you're feeling that, you know, your pockets are a little thin right now. We've got the Hangman and also the Queen of Swords. So for me, the Queen of Swords is a lot of reflection and a lot of being secure and feeling strong, right, in what she does. I feel like with the Hangman and the Queen of Swords, that she's setting new goals for herself and new opportunities out there that weren't there before. So this kind of, we were seeing about what is happening in your life right now. I feel like that a lot of this stuff has to do with a lot of finances. It has to do with a lot of emotions and how you feel about yourself currently, and how you're combining and mixing things along the holidays. There's a lot of, like I said, I feel like some of you might be a little bit depressed, might be in that hollow feeling and not know how to reach the divine. Others might be reaching the divine and feeling that they have to give and take kind of situation, or not getting enough, not receiving that bonus that they wanted, and so on. Let's see what else we've got. So we've got the Judgment. I feel like it's also making decisions, making things happen, and accepting your truth, okay? The Ten of Pentacles is all about, like I said, prosperity. It's about being decisive of what's to come financially as well. So I feel like your reading is a lot about finance. It's a lot of monetary aspect in your life. We've got the Queen of Cups. And we've got the Four of Swords. Take it easy on yourself. Ace of Cups. I feel like you need to take it easy right now. It's time to kind of quiet the mind a little bit. Okay? I feel like you're a very passionate, creative person, but you need that time to slow it down and think about your choices. This is all it has to do. This is the emotional factor with you. A lot of this stuff, like I said, it's a lot of money situation, but here we're looking at being a little bit of emotional, setting your goals, and being able to take the time to think about it and be observant of how you're moving forward. There's that looking at your life with a new set of eyes. Okay, so for some of you, you've been thinking about changes in your life and how to move forward, and it's kind of like you've been stuck for some time. The Ace of Cups is reminding you that everything has its own merit, and if you're looking in a different perspective, you will see that love relationship start from scratch for you. If you are in a loving relationship right now, or if you feel a little bit stuck, I feel like with the Two of Cups here, that you're going to regain that momentum with that person. That maybe you kind of felt like at one point that it just wasn't going anywhere, and you needed some time to be motivated again to confide in that person. Some of you might be that, you know, that relationship just kind of debunked it like for a while because the fact that you weren't communicating properly, and now it's time for you to get back in the sack kind of thing. We've got the Knight of Swords and also the Three of Cups. We've got the same thing here with the Three of Cups here. And I don't know if the Knight of Swords had come up, but definitely the King of Swords. Okay, feeling that there's a tension still up in the air with certain people, but you're finally getting over that. You're getting that, and I'm kind of seeing things come up again and again. Okay, feeling a little bit challenged, but I feel like that there's a lot of courage. Look at the tiger here. And also this Seven of Wands is all about courage. So I feel like that there's a lot of empowerment happening here of doing the right thing and doing well. So let's see what else. All right, I'm going to go into my my abundance cards, I guess, or I guess that's what they call them. And we're going to see, all right, so we've got action here with the 111 being your major transformation, take action card. We also got, it's not the right time to move ahead. So for some of you, it might be that all these challenges that you're seeing or have in your current situation might not actually be time to do something new and motivating. Hard work ahead. We also have 500 coming, and money is coming, obviously. So I feel like that this stuff, with it's not the right time to move ahead, I feel like these are the challenges that you've been seeing in your emotional. You need some time to kind of take it back and de-stressing a little bit. The 111 transformation, taking action. I also feel like this is not a lot of money for some, but I feel like 500 coming your way, even if that was your bonus. I feel like that will make also sense for you of having some money coming in, as well as obviously where this stands as money coming in, but also takes a lot of hard work for you, pile number one, to get what you want. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and we will see you next time. Hasta luego. Hello, welcome, pile number two. Thank you so much for joining again. This is the card you chose, which is Traffic Cone Caution. Let's see what else we get here from your oracles, and we'll see. Abundance and opportunity. Okay, pile number one had opportunity too. So let's see where that takes us. Okay, let's go with some tarot and see what other information we can get out of this situation. There we go. Oh, okay, so we got the Hermit in reverse, the Creator, which is no. That's basically they have in this deck, there's a yes or no, and that would be a no situation. So let's see what else comes up here and see why we're getting that no in our reading here. All right, pile number two. So first of all, it says caution, abundance, and opportunity. So the first thing that I'm getting here, I'm basically with a cone, and it's funny because I could see it. That's my shirt. I could see the opportunity of being cautious about driving, obviously, but also it's like construction. So I'm seeing that some of you even could be potentially constructing something like a house or something like that, and I feel like there has to be caution of some situation, or how for some of you is played out. Maybe there's some problems coming along right now with how it's being built, or maybe there has been some communication problems or something like that. So it's not going to obviously be for everybody, but I'm getting that right off the bat with the cautionary portion here about constructing something. So for a lot of you, this could be just a cautionary measure of checking what you have in store right now happening and kind of looking at it in, you know, like the rear passenger kind of drive instead of being in the driver's seat, and seeing things for what they are. So we've got abundance here and also opportunities. So clearly, pile number 2, there might be some opportunities of starting a new job or starting something that you have not been in the abouts right now, or maybe you have been, you know, maybe you've already been looking for an opportunity, or also you've been looking to improve your financial circumstances at the moment. So here we've got the Hermit, the Creator with No, and the 5 of Pentacles. So I feel like that this is also has to do with that abundance situation, okay? So we've got the struggles of having an abundance right now, and also the Hermit saying this is the time right now that you need to spend getting things done, okay? No more of kind of just sitting around waiting for things to happen. You need to take that initiative and make shit happen, okay? The Creator is kind of like chill and relaxing, but also contemplating on how things are going to be getting done. I feel like that the whole thing is like, don't dwell on what you don't have. Seek abundance, but don't sit around and wait for it to happen. All right. So that's one of your messages here for the for what's happening currently in your life and what this is. Let's see what else comes up here. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles. There's a lot of Pentacles happening here, pile number 2. So obviously, like, I think that you're looking for that abundance, and you are going to get that abundance. Okay, you're going to get that financial gains. I feel like there's achievements in the works here. You've been working hard. You've done a lot to manage. I feel like some of you might be managerial positions coming up, and some of you are taking the next step into moving on up the ladder. For some that are still kind of observing, I feel like this is the time that you're going to be putting in a little bit more effort in order to see those financial goals kind of line up for yourself. And you're also kind of looking to balance out the situation with the 2 of Pentacles, being kind of more in the now than before. I feel like you were dwelling a lot on what you didn't have, but I feel like this is your time to shine kind of moment out of this. Let's ask a question of a yes or no. Is this situation going to be happening this year? All right, so we've got the Queen of Wands, the 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. Yes. Pile number 2. So you've got a couple weeks left here before 2023. So I think that you're going to be putting things in motion. I don't think that you're going to be getting to that point that everything is going to be happening for you. But I feel like you're putting things in motion. You're finding that courage to move on and start creating that leadership role. You're going to be feeling that you are going to move on or explore new situations, new ventures. So for some of you might be changing positions. Some of you, like I said, would be going into a management role, and so on. Let's see what else comes up for you and what you need to look out for. Let's see. All right, so we've got the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. All right, pile number 2. I feel like this is coming up to another challenge in your life, possibly either, you know what, emotionally, maybe you've been feeling that you're taking pride in the way you are going through life, that you've been feeling that this, you know, that you've been challenged and that you're challenging others. And I feel like that sometimes you kind of need to take that step to relax and unwind. Let's see if hopefully you can see these here, because I'm kind of going in this direction here shortly, okay? Here it says compassion, and I do feel that for you, pile number 2, that you just take on too much from other people, and I feel like you are overwhelmed. Some of you might be empaths, and some of you might be able to connect with people's emotions like an empath, but also take on a lot of the kind of their entire being, maybe even kind of be like them if you put your mind to it. I don't know how to explain that, but hopefully that makes sense, that sometimes you just take on all of that energy that you need to recover. You need to feel that you need that time to kind of not see anybody, like close your doors, chill out at home, and not see anybody for a couple days. And that also can be called anxiety, right? Maybe some of you might suffer from that anxiety, and suffer from actually being around people a lot gets you to that point that of no return, that you need some time to kind of be by yourself and do things on your own. Just kind of going in a nonchalance, you know what I mean? Like binge watch Netflix kind of ideal. All right, let's see what else we've got here. So we've got the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Fool. All right. So all this talk about potential and having things on the go and everything else also gives you that headache, gives you that anxiety and worry as well of what if I don't do, what if I don't complete, what if I don't do this properly? Am I going to be able to, you know, have everything that I want in life, and also be able to make those risks, you know, take those chances that are in front of me that I wasn't able to, or didn't, you know, didn't want to achieve because you were scared that something would happen. I'm coming back to the cautionary thing here, is that I think that also with some of you, that caution might also be self-inflicted, so that you're worried so much, like I said, about what is and what isn't, that you have that caution stuck in you. So let's see what else we've got going on. All right, so we've got the Ace of Wands as a new beginning for you, creative new beginning for you, pile number 2. And we also have got the winnings of the 9 of Pentacles. It's kind of like things are going to be coming true. Your wishes are going to be coming true. You've put in the time, the energy, and efforts, and now you're going to be reaping those rewards at the end of everything. All right, so we're also seeing here the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. So that tells me also that whatever new beginnings and new opportunities you're seeking also come up with that opportunities given back to you. So you're going to be wandering out to the world. And by wandering to the world, you're going to be seeing these opportunities coming into your door. And that is the deciding factor whether or not you're going to be choosing them or not. So let's see what actions to be taken in regards to these opportunities. I feel like all your entire reading is all about money and financials and what you got going on. So obviously your action is going to be moving ahead or moving away from a situation. And you're going to be able to see things clearly with people that are not really, you know, being truthful to you in a sense, okay? So you're going to open up your eyes and see things that have not been really clearly to you, and seeing what other opportunities and what other people have said and done that weren't really good for you. We've got the King of Pentacles here, as well as the 5 of Swords. So it's almost like once you know, and then you just move on. You have that King of Pentacles that is basically the motivating factor, he's got courage, he's got knowledge, he's got opportunity. And once you see this, it's not going to be any any part of you that's really going to be looking back and saying, nope, this is not good enough for me. So, and you know what? And it's funny because at one point it's kind of like, no, this is not good enough. But on the other end, you're going to be seeing things as you still have that option to move ahead. Even if they're putting blinders on you, there's that option of moving ahead. You're not really stuck. And you're going to be seeing that clearly once you go through this. So your action, I believe, and the way I'm seeing this is move along, get going. Don't listen to what the others are saying. You know, they might be restricting you in some sort of way, but you're going to make that happen because that confidence level is going to be emerging, and you're going to be seeing the justice of it at the end. So there you go. There you have it, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining. Hopefully you like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Hasta luego. Hello, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining again. We are looking at, what's going on in your life right now and seeing what we need to do, what actions to take. So let's start off with the card you chose, which is Glow Possibilities, and see what else we've got going on here. So we've got Possibility Obstacles with Mountains and Good Luck. Wonderful cards. Let's see some tarots, and then we'll get started with your reading. Wow, I'm just loving these cards. All right, so we've got the Hermit. We've got the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Swords. All right, pile number 3. What do we have here? Okay, so I can honestly tell you that I see a lot of potential here, okay? I see some of you that might be traveling and actually looking at humongous possibilities out there that you didn't even think that were possible. I feel a lot of people are actually going to South America right now. So if you're pile number 3 and you see this and you are going to South America, I feel like this is the possibility of a lifetime that you're going to be doing things that you didn't do before. You're going to be eating things that you didn't eat before. Maybe some of you might be going to a resort, but I feel like some of you might be wandering out of those resort situations and actually seeing other cultures and possibilities out there. I also see the mountains, obviously for me, because of Canada. I associate the mountains with Canada and freedom. And I feel like it's like the road ahead, right? Okay, so there's a lot of obstacles maybe possible coming to you, but I feel like this is also the obstacles of good luck and fortune that are also manifesting for you. So the mountain and the road ahead, it's an endless road and mountains are, sure, they're obstacles, but they're also beautiful. And once you get to the top, to the peak, and you look down, you've seen your accomplishments and you've seen where you can go from there. So I can't really take that away as being a negative. I can take that as you going up that mountain and seeing the top of the mountain, looking down and seeing what you've accomplished of beautiful obstacles in your life. So this is, to me, this is a wonderful situation here, because we're also seeing the coins here as reflecting as, you see the heads or tails, right? So, I mean, you're making your own good luck happen, right? Whether it's heads or tails, whatever it's cause and effect. That's what I would like to say. And whatever you do, this is where that cause and effect happens, and how you see things of what's good luck to you and what's not. So there's endless possibilities for you. Yes, there's obstacles, but in a good way, in a positive way, you're seeing them as also good luck charms as well. We're talking about possibilities, and the 7 of Cups shows the possibilities, okay? You've got different directions to take, different things that you like to do with your life, and you're investing that time and possibility in order to make it happen. Now, the Hermit says, okay, you know what? Maybe it's time to reflect on it and seeing what possibilities are actually that are available to you, and narrow it down. There might not be everybody being for your decisions, and some of them might actually impair you in some of those decisions, especially with the 7 of Swords, by being dishonest or giving you some information that would probably make you think twice about what you're wanting to do with your life, and maybe even trying to put you or move you into a different direction than what you wanted. But I feel like this is like that inner work situation with a hermit. I feel like that spirit guides are going to be pushing you into that direction by guiding you to the light, right? That's a lot of the hermit, showing you where the light is in order for you to make those wise decisions that you may have thought differently of at one point. So we've got the Nine of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Magician. So this is also pile number 3, that time not just to reflect on your choices and opportunities, but also to find out what are you actually good at, okay? Remember how this here says obstacles? Let's get onto that mountain and see. I feel like you're seeing those challenges happen right now, and you're feeling like cold, like you would in a mountain while you're moving on up, right? If you don't have the proper equipment and attire, then you might be cold, right? So I feel like you're feeling cold right now. You're feeling that not everything is just coming into play as you wanted it to. And it's also giving you a little bit of doubt and anxiety and worry at the end of the day, okay? So let the spirit guides guide you, and let yourself guide yourself through those channels of what you need to do next. Find out what skills and power and what motivates you through life, and start, instead of worrying so much, start releasing of that worry, and you make, like I said, your good luck come to life. Let's see what else we've got. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. See, this is all rewarding stuff. And the Ten of Wands. So let's go into something a little bit deeper here, because I feel like this is something to do also with vulnerability for you, pile number 3. You want to feel accomplished. You want to feel happy. There's a lot of things that you want to do, but you also feel like you're strapped, and this is almost a depiction, to be honest with you, of a witch being burnt alive. So I feel like maybe sometimes there's that situation for some of you that you're feeling like it doesn't matter what you do and how happy you want to be and how accomplished you want to be, that these burdens are just too much for you to bear. And you feel like you're kind of, at the stake, burning at the stake, instead of seeing the clarity of how to overcome that and actually putting water to the fire and seeing where you go from there. So, I mean, there's, how can I say, there's both, right? Like there's positive and negative. There's, the heads or tails. So I feel like you're juggling with that right now, and in all aspects of your life, not just particularly in business, but I feel like in all over, even in the way you're thinking right now and your mental status. It's a little bit off right now, pile number 3. I think you just need some time to reflect on what things are. And we've got the Justice here. We've got the Page of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Love the Eight of Cups, by the way. What a beautiful depiction. It's kind of like I've got my eyes set on you. Like that song, I've got my eyes set on you. I feel like this is also a directional place for you, right? The change in movement, changing in direction, along with communication and also balancing things out. It's funny because there's so many eyes on you right now. It's almost like people are looking for guidance from you, and I feel like that sometimes you don't have that. Some of you might be working with others and they're waiting for you to have that guidance, for you to tell them what to do next, and you feel like you are oppressed of having that knowledge right at the moment because you're not in that headspace yourself in order to be able to fulfill that. So also I guess that would be a cautionary measure as well, right? Because we're seeing that all these eyes are on you, and also you have to pretend a lot of the times that you you're doing good. So you're giving the people the how do I want to say, the thought that you are okay, and you're still working on some of your situations in your life right now. So let's see what other cards we've got going on, and seeing what else we can see currently in your life that's happening. Let's see what else, pile number 3. Okay. So we've got the Chariot, we've got the Page of Wands in reverse, and the Lovers. All right. Let's see if I can fit this in here. There we go. Because I want to put some more cards down. All right. So we've got the Chariot, the Page of Wands, and the Lovers. And I think I repeated that already, but it's okay. This is like, I'm going into a different direction than here. I feel like that this is something that's moving into quickly for you, pile number 3. For some of you, it might be something that you had not anticipated, that you were going to fall in love with somebody recently, or come into a new romance situation with somebody. And now that it's really progressing like really fast, and you didn't really think that this was going to happen, and now it's actually happening. Also, for some of you, it might be like taking the reins in this a romance situation, or this new partnering, or even a partner that you've already had for a long time, that this here is also giving you that challenge of the unknown, and seeing where that leads you. So regardless of which, whether you have a partner or you're just starting off a relationship, I feel like taking the reins and moving in quickly with some situation or opportunities, this is exactly where you need to be, pile number 3, in order to make things work. For some of you that are not even interested in romance, just kind of disregard this, and let's move on and see what else. So there's a strong sense of community as well, right? And also a lot of, maybe a lot of you will be currently, and it is a holiday season coming up. So I'm going to say that a lot of you might be celebrating with others. And this is the time of rejoice and seeing your family and friends, and being in good spirits. So I think that that's going to help you, pile number 3, in order to feel a little bit better of what's happening, what else is happening in your life. There's obviously going to be, with the Wheel of Fortune, things are going to be moving around. They're going to be challenging you, but in a good way. They're going to set in motion other things that we had spoken about earlier. We've got the, this is also for me the imbalance card, but sometimes it also can mean that you have things that are not seen yet as an opportunity. And that's how I like to see that. But I also, with the Magician and the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, is that opportunities that have maybe not been presented to you yet, that you're still kind of moving ahead with once you have looked at things, right? Once you've seen that you're not struggling anymore. I feel like this pile number 3 is just going to be an absolute positive thing into your life, in order to see those possibilities come to life, especially with the 8 of Swords. You have this situation here. You're not strapped as much as you think you are. You have the opportunities of letting yourself go and being able to move ahead. It's not all around you, it's just part of you. So clearly those swords are not making a full barrier, is just a partial barrier. So you can move out of that situation whenever you are comfortable and whenever you're able to. And seeing that, I feel like some of you might be also battling some kind of other additional stress in your life. I'm looking at here with the Justice card that some of you might even have some business of law situation that you need to take care of. Maybe there's been, I don't know, some speeding tickets, or maybe there's something that has been that you have to pay off, that you've been pushing aside, and now they're coming to get the money, or to get you know. So some of you might be also worried about that situation, right? So let's see what else we've got, and let's see what actions we need to take about what's ahead. See if we can get some clarity on that. All right, so we've got the 6 of Pentacles, we've got the Judgment, and we've got the Knight of Swords. So it's like I'm kind of getting two things here. With the Six of Pentacles, I'm getting for some that you are feeling right now with whatever job you have, that your boss is really not paying a lot of attention to you. They're giving that wealth to other people, and you feel like you deserve it, and nothing's really happening along those lines. For others, it could mean very well that you are giving some to others more than some to one and not more to others. And also it's that balancing situation with the balancing act of how much money do you give and how much to receive, right? So I feel like with the Judgment card in the Knight of Swords that you're going to be receiving some news, and this is your action here, okay? Once you receive that news, you will know what to do with it. We've got, like I said, the rushing of the Knight of Swords and the Judgment while people are sitting there celebrating the news. So I feel like you're going to be celebrating some good news here, and your action to take is actually to rejoice and accept the offer, accept the situation, accept what you're getting, because this is where you need to be right now currently in your life. So pile number 3, I'd like to say thank you so much. I've rambled on for quite some time, but I wanted to say, you know, like, subscribe, share, and we will see you next time. Hasta luego.